Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel here at Air Power. Today we're sorry, it's a neighbor. So today on the channel what we're going to do is we're going to make a 4-tier wall hanger rack for a katana. I've done some researching online trying to find diagrams and measurements, and there's not really much of anything out there that gives you the exact measurements and everything you need to know. So I took what I did find and put it to use with my own little thing. So I took my saya, my scabbard from my sword, and I bought some of these 1x6s. These are oak. This is nice finish, but I think I'm going to end up painting it anyway. But I took my saya and used what measurements I found, and I kind of put it on the board like I wanted it. Kind of traced out the saya. I made the opening just a little bit bigger for, you know, wiggle room for if the wood swells or contracts or whatever. And if it ends up too big or too small, it shouldn't be too small because I made it big enough. But if it ends up too big, I can always put felt in there, which I plan on doing anyway, to help keep the sides from getting scratched up. And this is a piece that I drew out to go ahead and make my 4-tier. See, the saya sits in there pretty good, and when I line some felt in there, it'll hold it a little snug, so it has a lot of room in there to work with. Now this I made it a little thicker when I traced it out. I added an extra inch or two back here, so this whole back piece here is 2 inches thick. And like I said, I just used my saya, made it a little bit wider so I could have wiggle room in there. And I traced this all up and down my board here. I don't know if the camera or the sun is shining too bright on any of this. I traced it all up and down this board from the bottom here to the bottom here. I measured them all out equally. That way they're all spaced equally. And this is going to be a 4-tier. I mean, you could do the same thing with your air rifles for your air rifle guys out there. I've already cut one out here and sanded it down, and it fits pretty good in there. Yeah, I believe it's going to be all right. This Sagao is kind of in the way. I have to do a little more sanding to these, but I think it's going to work out pretty good. As you can see, it's not allowing this all the way down. I'll do a little more sanding to it. Anyway. today. And this is going to be a wall mount. So, yeah. I'm cutting it out with a jigsaw, with a fine tooth scroll jigsaw. And then we're going to paint it up and seal it. I just wanted to share that with you guys. So, in case it's something you may want to try to do, I'm going to finish this up, and our power's out.